What is up, guys, and welcome back to the fifth quarter. John is back. He is off the IR. Guru here like always. And this week, we have a lot to talk about. We got some scandals. We got people losing credibility, people losing jobs. Before we started recording this intro, Derek Carr, possibly one of the dumbest quotes of all time now. We have it all, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be recapping all that, looking ahead at Week 6. This is the fifth quarter. We'll be back in a moment.
That gives people a chance to change, to grow, and to be able to earn back that trust and that respect.
All right, guys, let's dive into. So obviously, the recaps, we've been running that last week when it was just the Guru and I. We did King of the Hill QB edition. I wanted to do that this week with running backs, but the NFL is in absolute shambles, guys.
The breaking news.
Yeah, breaking news everywhere right now. If it's breaking news from Adam Schefter, you might have to read it a couple times. We'll get into that in a moment.
Couple white lies.
So I'm going to take the floor real quick just to kind of recap this whole saga. And remind you guys, obviously the main names in it right now are John Gruden, Adam Schefter, but the one name you guys need to remember is behind all of this is Dan Snyder, that fucking douchebag in Washington. So this is the this whole investigation is due to the Washington football team, everything that came out last summer, how people in front office would harass cheerleaders, this, that, just a toxic culture overall. John Gruden, last week it came out that there was emails ranging from 2011 to 2018 where, like Adam Schefter said, a clean sweep of offending people. I mean, I could get into the specifics, but he offended everybody, ladies and gentlemen.
Chucky, what were you thinking?
Yeah, we had your back,
wasn't
Chucky.
thinking.
Yeah, we had your back.
Disappointed us.
Yeah. So, Monday, I guess some very intense emails out of all those resurfaced a little bit more. And John Gruden, he kind of said, peace. Yeah. He fucking dipped out. He resigned as the coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. He gone.
Well, he resigned in the media eyes.
Yeah. Well, he's not the coach.
No. There was reports that Mark Davis went to their facility and fired him and said, listen, you either resign, we'll give you the chance to resign, but you're out of here.
I could see that. And to think on it, this was a situation where it wasn't in the NFL's hands to fire him because from 2011 to 2018, he wasn't an employer of the NFL. Obviously, he was doing ESPN Countdown, Monday Night Football, all that and whatnot in terms of like a media standpoint. So there was weird conversation on what would happen. Of course, people were kind of seeing if the Raiders were going to do something. And allegedly it came out that the NFL purposely kept releasing emails to get Gruden out of the head coach in Las Vegas. So that's the whole John Gruden thing. Obviously, we'll touch base in a moment. But today, ladies and gentlemen, one individual that we all know lost his credibility. He goes by the name of Adam Schefter.
Shitler.
So, an email from 2011, back when the league was in a lockout, he hit up the GM, Bruce Allen, and basically it was like he had an unpublished article about it, basically stating how both sides felt about it. And obviously, as we know, Adam Schefter, he's the journalist. He's the guy who's telling you everything as it happens in NFL world. He hit up Bruce Allen and basically was like, hey, reread this. If there's any changes you want me to make, let me know. If you want me to add stuff, this, that. And referred to him at the end of it as Mr. Editor. So all credibility of him has been lost because now the question is, well, what else have you been hiding? Like, what has been in your unpublished articles that you've taken out, added in that might not be completely truthful? So that's a shit show. And another name I want to throw in this is the dumbass Darren Rovell. A lot of people hate Darren Rovell, including me. And after the whole Schefter thing blew up, he basically came out and was like, oh, it happens all the time. Like, we do that. And everyone was like, well, you're a fucking clown. So that's basically the scandalous world. And remind you guys, this is all centered around the Washington football team. So this situation is going to get worse before it gets better. All right? There will be a lot of shit going on. I mean, it's funny because about a week ago, the Guru came up to me and was like, yo, did you hear about the athletic trainer in Washington, like selling pills and stuff to players? I didn't hear anything about it. Little did I know, yesterday I found out via a TikTok that Washington, it came out that during those years and even more recent, front office execs were going around and sending topless photos of the cheerleaders. So now my main question is, is why is everything about all these people who are collateral damage being brought out, but where's the stuff about Washington?
Well,
Where's it at?
my thing is, where's Mark Davis in all this?
Well, Mark Davis did come out, and he came out today and said NFL has all the answers you want. That was his statement.
Yeah, and that's all you're saying.
Well, yeah.
This is what I think. Okay, so you're investigating the Washington football team, and allegedly those girls, the cheerleaders, posed topless against their will.
Yes.
Is what they're saying. Now,
Yes.
this thing's going to get deep,
Oh,
and
yeah.
people are going to fall. There's going to be more names coming out, and I think that the NFL is the most shit show cover up
Oh, it is.
fucking league. They're so powerful that they can cover up fucking anything.
Yeah.
Okay, you've had what? Rapists,
Yes.
domestic abusers, people in limos while someone's getting killed next to me, and I ain't gonna rat on my buddy,
Who was that?
Ray Lewis.
Oh, yeah, Ray.
So all these scandals are coming out, but then what I think is, I think this John Gruden thing. All right, you're going through all these emails, and we don't know who actually opened up that email and was the first one to read it. So now what do? You got this thing sitting right in your hand. Now what do you do with it? Who do you take it to? Do you go, well, hey, we could make a huge smokescreen out of this Gruden thing while this investigation is going on behind the scenes?
Oh, 100%. But what I also...
So I think this Gruden thing is a bit. What you did was bad. I get it. But I think they're using it as a smokescreen because this thing's going deeper. There's more stuff involved. And I think there's more people around the league and owners.
Oh, 100%.
You just didn't pass it between the Raiders and the Washington football team, these emails.
The NFL does not know how to handle these big controversies like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like they'll handle the little conversation like the Deflategate, and look at Deflategate, Spygate, look at the Patriots cheating and all that stuff. They go straight at them. But you look at Ray Lewis,
Ray Rice.
Ray Rice,
Tyreek Hill.
Adrian
Kareem Hunt.
Peterson, Kareem Hunt,
Greg Hardy.
using physical force upon their loved ones and stuff, but they do nothing about it. Nothing about it.
You get a little slap on the wrist
And,
of suspension. But
You hate what John Gruden said. Like what John Gruden says. There's no place for that in football. There's no place for that in the sports world. No place for that at all. You don't like those comments, but like you said, smokescreen.
Oh, yeah.
Dan Snyder hasn't come out and said anything, has he?
No, he's never said anything.
So and I think is a big piece.
He
of this.
is the key. He's the key to
This
all
is
this.
huge. There's going to be. I mean, stay tuned. Their heads are going to be dropping.
No,
More people are going to come out, and I think they're all running around. Okay, who do I rat on?
Yeah.
Do we blame it on this guy? Are you going to be the fall guy? Is Gruden going to be the fall guy and cause this big smoke screen? We'll try to make it all go away. What does Goodell say about it? Goodell hasn't really said
Well,
anything.
it's funny you say that because where I want to get at is in one of the emails, I guess he called Goodell like a spineless pussy who doesn't know football. I might have the words wrong, but it was around that.
Well, it was one of the things was when LA Rams drafted Michael Sams, he called Goodell a faggot.
Yeah.
Yes, he
That
did.
was the word he used.
Yes, and my thing is with Goodell is Goodell obviously has a rap sheet of anytime a scandal comes out, he shrinks. Like obviously the Ray Rice situation when it came out that he knew about it ahead of time before the media knew, it was an absolute shit show. I think Goodell with the power mentality he has, I honestly think that this situation wouldn't be how it is if there wasn't emails directed towards him, in my opinion.
Right.
I
And
think when he saw those, he said, all right, fuck this guy, we're getting him out
So
now.
speaking of emails, I heard a report today that they had those emails as far back as June.
Yeah. They've
So,
had them.
July, August, September, October. It takes you 4 months to go through 650,000. I know that's a lot, and I don't know how they do it. And
We'll remind you
all it
guys,
takes, but-
the scandal with the Washington football team, literally the reason why I stopped being a fan of theirs, all broke last summer. So this has been an over a year thing,
yeah.
and it's kind of all coming out now. And what the most fucked up part about it, in my opinion, is kind of what the guru alluded to. They've known about these emails, and who knows what else they know about for such a long period of time. So it's like, why now?
And do you think Roger Goodell has got pictures of these girls in his basement? You just didn't
I don't
see it
even
on
wanna
draft night?
I don't even want to think
They didn't
that.
get in the camera.
I don't even want to think
He
that.
is a scumbag.
He is a
That's
scumbag.
a joke.
He's a great
That's a
one.
joke.
He is a sick fuck. He is, but this whole situation, I mean, and like we've been alluding to, it's gonna get worse before it gets better.
But, you know, the one thing, though, is that none of the cheerleaders have spoke out yet.
No, some have. They
Are
were,
they?
they were the ones
Okay.
who broke the story, yeah.
Okay,
They were the
good.
one who broke the stories last
At
summer.
least they're coming out with it.
Yeah, no, they broke it. A couple cheerleaders. I'm pretty sure it was like 3 cheerleaders and someone who worked around the front office came out to the
Good.
Washington Post and broke it last summer.
Good, yeah.
But no, and in my opinion with this, I just think that it's very fishy why we're kind of beating around the bush when it comes to Dan Snyder and the Washington
And
football
it's
team.
very
Definitely.
NFL-ish.
It is.
It is.
It is.
How about a bunch of scumbags.
And it's like, I don't know. Obviously, Washington, aside from this scandal, of course, they've been put in the limelight for a name change for all those years and stuff. Obviously, players coming out saying that it's just been a toxic environment. And when you really just keep diving into it, you realize that this is just a piece of shit organization.
I wonder if they're going to question Ron Rivera.
I don't. Here's my thing about Ron
I think it's too
Rivera.
early,
Yeah.
Not
too
saying
early.
to implicate him,
Yeah.
but hey, what do you know?
I think it came too early into the. I think they're question them.
Or was
I
he
think
gone?
it's too
Was
early,
he already gone
Too
for a
early
while?
into the Washington football team to really be involved in it.
Yeah. Because he became the coach, I'm pretty sure, like, after it got
I hope.
announced.
I like him as a person, so I really hope he's not in it. I really hope.
I just wonder if it was his
Yeah.
tenure there. What did he know? What did he see?
Could have seen, and the thing that scares me the most is, as much as I love,
I like Ron Rivera.
as
too.
much as I love the NFL, I know how shady it is, how corrupt it is, and I know that there's been a spew of players in NFL history that when they retire, they leave with a bad taste in their mouth on how they were dealt with, and I think that we're kind of in the beginning of figuring out the true extent.
Yeah,
of it.
we gotta start listening to these players. Like,
But
look
see,
at,
the one thing that gets me is you look at, and this is another thing that goes to my conspiracy theory, if you want to call it that. These emails come out with Gruden in this day and age, and all of a sudden, bam, you're fired. But none of the players,
Yeah, no.
when they beat their wives, when they did all that stuff, it's never bam, you're fired, you're kicked out of the league.
yeah, it's a 2-week suspension. You know,
Yeah.
or maybe the worst, you're out for
No, is
you're
that because
off
you
the
have-
team. But guess what? 2 weeks later, you just got signed to another team.
Is that because
Yeah.
they don't want to get in a battle with the players union? Is the players union that strong? But you don't see that. Like,
I don't
who's
think
the last guy got kicked out of the league?
Greg Hardy, I think. Because after he did it for like a 16th time,
Right.
and they're like, all right, just get this fucker out.
Right, enough's enough.
Yeah, look at Josh Gordon. Keeps on violating.
Yeah.
Josh Gordon keeps on violating all
But
these
they,
rules. He's
but they
back
let
every
you
year.
drop dirty 27 times until they go, okay, we got to kick you
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, and
Gotta spend
Was Ray Rice really kicked out of the league, or was
he was.
no one just wanted him?
no one's. Yeah, because he was a free agent. Because I remember the next year's Madden after that, he was still a free agent. Like you could pick him up, and I was like, all right, that's
Right.
a little bit testy there. But I think I don't know. Overall, with this whole situation, time out here. We haven't. I know I touched base on it in the recap, but let's talk about this Adam Schefter. How do you guys feel about journalists, and even Darren Rovell saying it happens, that he's done it as well? How do you feel about journalists kind of, instead of doing like the complete rule of journalism of you writing down your thoughts, how you feel about it, the information you've absorbed from certain parties, how do you feel that he's out here hitting up GMs? And obviously we know NFL GMs and front office execs want a narrative pushed on the league to make them look good. How do you guys feel about this, of journalists doing this, especially Adam Schefter?
Is there money exchanged?
Yeah.
Makes you think.
It
Hope-
does
I
make you
hope-
think.
I hope he doesn't turn into a scumbag.
Or, or
No.
you just being an unethical writer now.
Yeah.
But there's usually, if you're going to go that way, there's usually motive, and money's a motivator.
It is.
Hey, listen, I want this story out, boom, boom, boom.
It's fucked up though, because it's like I'm at the point with sports media, and I have been over the past 2 years, where it's all terrible. They just push out, certain takes just for the fucking clicks or whatever. And I understand that's how it works today, but it's kind of clicks that make no sense. The NFL analysts have always perceived like always back the players, always back this. So to see this, it's kind of like a shady backstabbing move by them. It's like,
Right.
like who are you really siding with in this case right now?
Exactly.
So it's like I don't know, and it's funny that Darren Rovell. I mean, like I said, as much as everyone hates him, he just had to shoot himself in the face there.
Yeah, he's a jackass.
Like I don't understand that. And Derek, like I said about the Derek Carr quote in the intro, as he says about John Gruden, "I love the man, I hate the sin."
Yeah.
That is the most Derek Carr line.
It is.
But see, nobody wants to talk about it.
But why don't they? And isn't it funny that when it comes to
Because they don't want to. They might not want to implicate themselves. You never know if Gruden went, "Hey, check out the cheerleaders in the locker room."
could have,
Because we all know this. There's locker room talk. Everybody in this world has probably said something that they couldn't say these days. Made a statement. Okay, everybody, whether it's in the locker room with the guys, or whatever, blah blah blah. But that locker room talk's still there. But when all of a sudden something gets leaked out in today's society, you're busted.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Because the cancel culture's going to take off and they're going to get you.
No, I don't even think that this was cancel culture in general. It was just kind of like, especially over how the world has been over the past year and a half now with everything going on. I feel like it's like, at this point, it's not necessarily cancel culture. It's just like, dude, like, what the fuck? Like, you read the rules.
Yeah.
So, like, why are you acting this way? And granted, yes, it was from a long time, but a lot of people have came out and said, no, John Gruden is still like that.
Keyshawn Johnson and Antonio Brown. We gotta start listening to players. You gotta start listening.
This is my question: was Antonio Brown ever wrong?
I think he's still crazy. He's still.
He's got some baggage.
He's still a little messed up, but
When's the last time he threw a penis gummy?
It's been a while.
It hasn't been a while.
Hey, he's playing.
He's
good right now.
fucking phenomenal.
Good, yeah.
But hey, just stay tuned on this story because there's more to come on this
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Definitely more to come.
Don't be shocked, ladies and gentlemen, if one of the future episodes we post an original where we recap football, give our picks, this, that, and then immediately after we have a special edition where we're breaking down this scandal.
Breaking news.
But the point I was going to make is like with the locker room talk, they might not want to implicate themselves because they might have been involved in something or seen a picture, laughed at something, but they're thinking, hey, I better just keep my mouth shut and not say anything about Gruden. Just see how this goes on.
And it kind of it goes into me saying this on a little spin zone on that. You kind of just be true to yourself. If you feel a certain way, don't succumb to like being like, oh yeah, like I agree with that or something. Or you look at a picture like, if you like,
Keyshawn Johnson.
Keyshawn Johnson said it best.
He's the first player to really, or ex-player to really come out and say something.
He's been talking about it for years.
No one just believed him though.
And that's the thing, and he kind of said it best, and it made me think of Antonio Brown. He was like, anytime I would talk about John Gruden or just like the culture of teams that he's been on, it's like, he was like, people just label me as crazy. Like, oh, he's just a guy who, he's not getting the catches, not getting the yards he wants. And that's not the case.
In that Super Bowl ring, Chucky, that belongs to Tony Dungy. Yeah. Everybody knows it.
Now here.
I mean, he just got took off for that Buccaneers.
Yeah, he got taken off the
what was it? Hall of Fame.
Hall of Celebration or something.
Celebration,
yeah,
something like that.
But
good.
And before we head off into a PSA and then a hero or zero and then all the fun stuff we do on this show, my final question is this to you too, and I think Guru was kind of alluding to it earlier. When it comes to all the major sports leagues, when a scandal happens, whether it's cheating, sexual assault, this, that, or whatever, why is it always the NFL gets pushed under the rug, but the other ones, it's always front page news for?
Because the NFL is so powerful. They're the most powerful league out of all of them. And they probably,
all that money.
Because of the money and the greed and the status and the arrogance, they think that they're high and mighty and they can get away with everything.
Which is fucked.
Yeah.
Because out of all the major sports leagues, they are the biggest and most powerful.
I agree. It's kind of fucked because it's like the NFL, when you look at all the scandals that they've been in, like extreme scandals, and compared to the other major pro sports, they're doing the worst shit possible.
Yeah, well,
like MLB, you just had Houston cheating for. Like, that was bad in terms of baseball, but like,
who said something about Houston cheating in this last series? I heard something. Somebody came out.
Oh, Ryan Tepera.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. We'll touch base on that after the final out. Episode 2 coming soon. But no, yeah. NFL, you're in a shit show right now, and like we've all said. You're just gonna keep digging yourself a grave before you see the exit there.
But the problem, the thing is though, is that everybody loves football, and they're still gonna watch,
right, yeah.
and they don't care if this turns into like WWE and you got all this fucking drama in the NFL. They love it. They're still gonna watch on Sunday. Everybody's still tuned in,
really,
and that's why
yeah.
That's where the arrogance comes from, where we can get away with anything with the NFL because you guys are still gonna watch it.
Yeah.
You're always gonna have that money coming.
That is the unfortunate truth. It is.
It is.
But my final thoughts with this, and this is very personal for me, so I'm going to sit up a little bit here. Dan Snyder, you're fucked. All right? I'm going to, listen here. Brian Laundrie, if I pronounce that last name right, well, fuck that guy too. How Dog the Bounty Hunter is trying to investigate him and figure out where he's at. I'm pulling some Dog the Bounty Hunter shit, and I'm leaking those fucking emails. Because that fucker probably has way worse emails than John Gruden. And John Gruden, like Schefter said, a clean sweep of offensive shit. Dan Snyder, I know you got skeletons, and I'm going to be the one to fucking expose them, believe it or not. Fuck you. So yeah, we'll be back in a moment. Hello, guys. Corbin Simon speaking here. Yes, we just got done talking about the whole scandal involving the Washington football team, John Gruden, Adam Schefter, all that wild stuff going on. In the days after that we recorded episode 6 of the 5th quarter, it was announced that the Washington football team would be retiring Sean Taylor's number 21. And yes, might I say, very long overdue. I think they should have done it years ago. But, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say, as great a moment as this is for the Washington football team and obviously Sean Taylor and his whole family, rest in peace, let's not forget they're doing this to cover up their tracks in a time of scandal. Keep your third eye open, ladies and gentlemen. The Washington football team, they're not squeaky clean. Dan Snyder, he is a scumbag beyond belief, ladies and gentlemen. Keep your third eye open. This is a big moment to put number 21 up in the rafters there, especially since, it's hard to get your jersey number retired there over in Washington. Only 2 other people have prior to this, so 3 in all now. But, guys, in a time of scandal and chaos, do not forget the bigger picture here. They're doing this to cover up their tracks, make them look good. In my opinion, they're doing this just to get the monkey off their back. But like I said, I'm going to figure out everything, and I'm going to take them to justice. Thank you. All right, guys, we are back. And now, after some serious talk, we're going to dive into the fun parts of the show. Starting off, of course, with Hero or Zero. John, I'm going to let you start with it. You're back after the IR. He's feeling great.
Feeling better than ever.
Give me your Hero and Zero.
He's leading off.
Yep. I'll start with my hero. So our hero of the week, Austin Eckler. He had a week, I'll tell you that. 3 touchdowns, 2 rushing with 66 yards, 1 receiving with 5 receptions for 55 yards. The Chargers look good this week.
They look
Chargers
phenomenal.
look great this week.
I didn't take them, but they look good. They're a dangerous team. And also Eckler, he's looking like top 5 running back right now.
I'd agree. I would
You
agree
think
with
so?
that.
Yeah,
Right
and
now.
he's great. He's great for that just like 3rd down conversion.
I regret
That's-
in fantasy always saying like, no, I don't want him.
That's that perfect
regret it.
like, just 3rd down running back. You need that 1st down, slow screen pass. He's gonna get it. He's
The
gonna
whole
get
Melvin
it.
Gordon thing, when he got injured and Austin Eckler stepped up that year, that was a great pick that year. The guys
Oh,
jumped on
100%.
that.
No,
That's-
yeah.
He's a
Because
great.
he scored. Then he kind of not fell off, but didn't have as good as year. But now he's back to where
Yeah.
they got the Gordon contract, they got rid of him, blah blah blah, and now he's back where he's lead back and he's doing real well. Good
And
for
then
him.
my zero for the week. It's actually multiple people. It's position. One particular position. I think we all know what it is. Kickers.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Mason Crosby. Who's the Bears kicker?
Not Cody Parkey.
Not Cody Parkey, no. Bears kicker missing kicks.
Oh,
The
McPherson.
Cincinnati Bengals. Yeah.
McPherson.
Might I say, how do you?
Colts kicker. What's his name with the glasses?
Oh, Rodrigo Blankenship.
Rodrigo Blanken. Hey, get better glasses, buddy.
That Green Bay game, 5
Yeah.
missed field
That's
goals.
crazy. Like how?
5.
That's 15
To
points
win.
right there. Yeah.
5 to win at the end of the game.
We need the ninja quote. Kickers just kick the ball. I don't get how they can't do it.
Ugly week for kickers.
So that's your hero and zero right there?
Yep.
All right, Austin Eckler for him, and then obviously kickers. What is you doing? We don't know. My hero of the week, I'm going with Lamar Jackson. Monday night comeback. 37 for 43, 442 yards, 4 touchdowns, 14 carries for 62 yards. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, a comeback victory against the Colts, which was interesting. But listen here, I give Lamar a lot of flack at times. He's the one quarterback who I kind of like to, with a fine-tooth, comb or whatever,
He's a little
really,
swivel.
really nitpick there.
He's got, like-
And he's been proving me wrong this season. I feel like this week is where I kind of sat back and I was like, all right, I've seen everything I need to know there.
He's kind of like cursive writing. It's just
He
like
is.
you don't want to do it. You don't want to root for him. But
it's-
he can be helpful sometimes.
yeah,
He can be
yeah,
helpful.
like it looks nice
Yeah,
too on paper.
yes.
And my zero, this is also kind of going to trickle into a first ever, I guess, fantasy non-discount player of the week, Kenny Galladay. First off,
Galladay!
heading into this season,
No way.
I thought, all right, he's going to be a giant. Obviously, they got other wide receivers, but I thought, okay, you're coming from Detroit, you're wide receiver 1. You're going to the Giants. They got Saquon back. They're looking to kind of revamp their team, really make something happen. And you haven't done shit, buddy. I know you're injured now, hyperextended knee or whatever the fuck it is.
The whole team's injured.
Yeah, that whole team is dead. Allegedly, Daniel Jones will be playing this week. Allegedly.
He was drooling. You see that when he got hit?
Oh,
He
yeah.
was drooling.
That man was dead, right? That looked
Yeah,
like some
he
Teddy
died.
Bridgewater
He got
shit.
pounded, man.
He did.
But no, Kenny Galladay, you haven't done shit for me all season long. I have started you in fantasy. Luckily, I beat the Guru in my one league, but you got me 0. You're the only dude on my team who didn't score. It's kind of been the trend this year. I'm very disappointed. You're labeled through week 5. You are my 0 of the year. We will do zeros. We'll do hero and zeros of the years towards the end of the season.
Right now, eh?
He's my front runner right
That's
now.
crazy.
All right.
I think my front runner would be Ravens defense right now.
That is true. That would be a good one. So yeah, my hero Lamar Jackson. You popped off. Kenny Galladay, get your fucking shit together. Guru, go with yours.
Well, this is a good segue, your guys' picks, because, these two go together. The best team was the Chargers. That was a slugfest. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and they never let up, and they never gave up. My hero was Justin Herbert, 26 of 43 for 398 and 4 touchdowns.
He went off.
All right, a rating of 122. I mean, they played a great. They never. As much as that battle went back and forth with Cleveland, they never stopped. They just kept going and going and going. They said, we're going to win this fucking game no matter what, and they did it. They did everything right. That was a great win.
I would like to make a formal apology to Justin Herbert. I was ripping on him to Corbin earlier in the year. I'm sorry. You're not.
Hopefully he's watching
You're
the
not.
show.
Yeah. Hopefully you're watching. I'm sorry for calling you all those words. You redeemed yourself, and I love you again.
Who's your 0 of the week?
And the 0, which is another good segue, is the Colts.
Yeah.
Now, I'll give you Lamar had a good game. Yeah. The Ravens had a good game. But you know what? The problem with the Colts is Carson Wentz and everybody, they let off the gas. They started running the ball, playing prevent defense, and you're not supposed to do that against the Ravens. Keep the throttle down. You would have won that game if you kept going and kept passing. But what'd you do? It was 3 and out, and Ravens got the ball, and that's when they started scoring. You let your foot off the gas. That's why you lost that game.
Can we stop with the prevent defense?
Yeah.
I hate it so much. It brings so much terror and agony
Lions
to everyone.
did it.
Yes. Why?
Lions always
It doesn't
do that
help.
shit.
It's maybe worked 2 out of 10 times, but it doesn't work. We gotta stop with it. If I'm a coach, I'm still blitzing. I'm not letting that quarterback be comfortable in the pocket. Why would you let that happen? Why would you let an NFL quarterback be comfortable in the pocket? Okay, I get it. They're NFL corners, but you're going against these wide receivers that do this. Like, this is NFL wide receivers. They're gonna get open when they have 8 seconds.
Yeah.
You can't cover that.
Did you see the one clip from the Buccaneers and Dolphins game where Dolphins, they rushed in and all Tom Brady did was take like 2 steps back and he just stood there for like 7 seconds.
It's like
not even.
You have to be rushing the quarterback. You cannot let him
all
be
the time in the
comfortable.
world. Yeah, you got to get pressure on the quarterback. But Carson Wentz, I think that was one of his best games this year.
I would agree with that.
And you still lost it because you just took your foot off the gas.
So there we go. Heroes of the week for John. You got Austin Eckler, me, Lamar, him, Justin Herbert, future MVP of this season. Zeros for the Guru. You got the Colts. What you doing, baby? Me, you got Kenny Galladay, my 0 of the year, basically. And for John, you got kickers.
I would also like to give a quick shout out. Not really a shout out, but a quick fuck you to the Ravens defense. All I needed was less than half a point to win this week, and Ravens couldn't do that against Indianapolis at home.
That's tough.
So guess what? You're off the team. You're
That's
done.
a tough loss.
You're done. I called you up. I said, hey, you're done for, okay? I don't want you on my team no more. You fucking suck.
So segueing from that, we are now going into the fantasy discount players of the week, which I want to put an asterisk next to this segment because the segment we will be laying it to rest very soon, ladies and gentlemen. It is getting fucking hard as shit to pick discount players of the week off fantasy waiver wires in week 6, and I can only imagine the pain will be in week 15.
This is like, it's getting to like the end of Thanksgiving dinner. You're getting all those scraps. You're still hungry, but there's nothing left.
Exactly.
There's nothing left.
See, the problem is when guys get injured, get put on IR and stuff like that, and then that's when you go to the waiver wire. And this year it's happened in the first 5 weeks. So all those people, like you say, it's all eaten up, and you just got scraps left right now. until maybe those injured people they come off of IR and guys, okay, I got to dump him to get this guy back on my roster. So there might be something better later on the season, possibly. Because guys you get guys when they're hot early, and then you might drop them mid-season, and all of a sudden someone else picks him up and he gets hot in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And you're like, damn, I should have held on to him. So there is that potential, but it is the pickings are
It's
real
getting
thin.
hard. It's
They're
getting
real
hard.
slim right now.
So with that being said, this might be the last week. We'll bring it back for like the beginning stages of the season. But,
Well, let's see if it's worth it. We'll look at the waiver wire. If we think there's a guy, we'll just give him a mention or something.
chat.
We'll have a little discussion.
So be tuned next week for a new segment. Ideas are brewing in the heads over here. But I'll start off with mine. I'm picking the Giants running back now, Devonte Booker. Last week he had 16 attempts for 42 yards, 1 touchdown. If you had him in fantasy, which if you did, you're a crazy bastard, but you did it. He got you 20.8 points. Obviously with Saquon being out with that nasty ankle injury, he's looking like he's going to be the guy there.
China doll.
Pick him up now because all that team likes to do is run, as they have shown. So
Saquon Rose.
What?
Derek Barkley.
Derek.
Saquon Rose. Derek Rose. China doll.
Oh, so confused on what you're
You
doing.
got it. You got it.
Yeah, it's going through now. It was,
You get the joke.
So pick Devonte Booker, and then my second one, no bias at all, because they're going up against the Giants. It's the Rams defense. With the potential they'll be going up against Mike Glennon. You know what I sniff? 4 interceptions that game for the Rams defense. Pick them up now,
that's
guys.
a bold prediction. Write it down.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of funny because looking at my two, they kind of equal each other out, Rams defense and the Giants running back. So we'll pick at least one of those guys up. John, who you got as yours?
I also did defense because who they're playing. I did Bengals defense. They're going against the Guru's Lions. You know that's going to be some money.
Oh, yeah.
Some points. That's gonna.
He literally has it written down right there.
That's you're gonna get some points off that team right there.
You will.
Jared Goff, you're gonna have an interception. You're gonna have that fumble. You're gonna have everything going on.
Don't get pressure on the quarterback.
Yep. Then this is very bold right here. I had to go through the scraps. I had to look around. I had to get my glasses on. I had to do a lot of research. Tyler Heineke right now, averaging 20 points. If you need a quarterback, I recommend Tyler Heineke this week. Averaging 20 points. He's going against the Chiefs. The Chiefs are struggling right now.
This is
at home.
This is a game where I feel like he could.
Chiefs suck right now. They suck. They're not doing anything. They suck.
If he beats the Chiefs, this is a good chance for him to beat the Chiefs while they're down.
I think
this could be the ultimate meme game.
A good win for if he plays like he did against Tom Brady in the playoffs.
But the Washington defense has to give him a chance to win that game.
The Washington defense also sucks too. So
they're having trouble right now. But yep, scraps. That's all I can give you.
Guru, over to you. Who are your two?
Okay, John mentioned the Bengals defense against the Lions. Defenses against the Lions have averaged 7.4 points so far this year. That's not bad out of a defense.
No, not at all. No.
I'll take 7 every week. If you can average that all year, that's great. A.J. Dillon. Just because Aaron Jones might not be ready to go this year or this week, he's questionable with that ankle injury. And A.J. Dillon had a great week last week filling in. He had 4 for 4 for 49 yards and a touchdown receiving. And he rushed for 30 yards, 8 carries, which is almost 4 yards per carry.
No, yeah.
Okay, so he's a good backup to Aaron Jones, but I don't know.
I drafted A.J. Dillon in like literally the fantasy draft, knowing he was the backup, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of mad I released him after week 1. For who did I release him for? Anthony Schultz.
Yeah. If Jones comes back in, then he's not going to get as many snaps, obviously, but you don't know what it is. That's a game time decision, I'm saying, with Aaron Jones. So
there you have it. If you're looking to add some players on your team here, get Devonte Booker, Rams defense, Bengals defense, Tyler Heineke, Bengals defense over here, and obviously A.J. Dillon.
I had 2 more, but they're probably been gone these last couple of weeks. Was Chubba Howard and Alex Madison. Chubba Hubbard. Hubbard, yeah. And Alex Madison. But they've probably been gone the last couple of weeks.
So with that being said, we're going to go into the best team of the week. You spoiled what your best team of the week was. The Chargers. Yeah.
Ooh, and you guys go.
And obviously enough said there.
I was struggling.
John and I have the same. So John, I'll let you
Chargers.
take this.
I was going Bills. The Bills look good. Chargers look good. But the Bills are laying dick right now.
And the thing I love about this Bills win against the Chiefs is that they went into Arrowhead knowing that the last time they played there, they got embarrassed in the AFC Championship game. And with a lot of people saying, "Oh, first true test for them," because they haven't really gone up against a lot of people this season. Josh Allen said, "Fuck you all, fuck you, Jackson Mahomes.
Allen did this.
I'm winning this." He laid it out.
He said, "Hey, Jackson Mahomes, you watching the stands?"
Hey, and guess what? Dropping 2 safeties against Patrick Mahomes, he couldn't do shit against that right there, ladies and gentlemen.
You shut down. There's only 3 people on that Kansas City team. You shut down one of them, and they're going down.
Plus 250 on that bet for Buffalo to win the AFC Championship game.
Could happen. It's looking very good right now.
I got money on it.
I would take that. So Bills. Also, for me, I'm kind of glad it's not the Cardinals or Chargers this time. I was going to think Chargers, but I said, you know what, Bills, I love the win. It was a revenge tour game.
I also like the Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Trayvon
they scare
Diggs.
me.
Cowboys are hot.
Trayvon Diggs is going to win Defensive Player of the Year and Defensive Rookie of the Year. Watch it. Okay. So, with that being said, we're going to round out the show now with our Week 6 picks. To touch base on how Week 5 went, the Guru run a week. The Guru finished 11-4-1 with a push.
It's about time.
I finished in second place 10-5-1 with a push. And John, the struggling continues with a 7-8-1 record.
For all my fans out there, don't give up. There's only one thing that can happen.
Go up. It is true.
We
It
can only go up from here.
is true.
We can only. I might be 0-5 on my mortal locks, but guess what? There's only one thing that can happen.
Going up.
After that week 1, it took me 4 weeks to get almost back to 500. So
Yeah, so with that being said, the overall records as of right now, I'm still in first place at a record of 44-35-1. The Guru is in second place now, only behind 5 games instead of 6. He gained a game up on me with the Seahawks and Rams game, 39-40-1. And John in last place, he doesn't want me to say it. He's 11 games behind first place with a 33-46-1 record, ladies and gentlemen. If you are betting the rent on this man, guess what? You're living on the streets right now.
Let's just say I owe my bookie a lot of money.
Yes.
pay all your bills, and then go gamble with Josh.
Oh yes.
Yeah. If you're
Make
gonna
sure your bills are paid for free.
if you're gonna gamble with the
Work some overtime and you can come gamble with me.
if you're gonna gamble with the Guru, you're gonna break even for a 4-for-4. If you're gambling with me, we're going to Puerto Rico next Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. All right, that's all I got to say right now.
With me, you're in the slums.
So let's dive into it right now, starting with the Thursday night game. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers head into the city of Philadelphia to go up against the not-so-soaring Eagles.
City of brotherly love.
The line is set at Buccaneers -6.5, and I'm going to eat that. I like it.
I like it
Bucks
as well.
-6.5.
I like it as well. Bucks -6.5. I wanted this kind of my mortal lock, but too scared. I'm really scared. But Bucks -6.5. They're looking good again after that loss against the Rams. Their offense is clicking again.
Yeah.
And I like the Richard Sherman. He wasn't looking too good, but
It helps them.
he also didn't get that. He's new to the system. He didn't get that many practices. I like this team again.
Guru?
They're beat up and they're still playing good. Both teams are 2-3 against the spread, but I got the Bucks. I'm laying the points.
Ooh, we got the the spread numbers here. Look at this guy.
Hey, gotta do your research.
Moving on, we have the Florida Bowl, I guess is the best way of putting it. We have, even though the best team in Florida is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, we have the Miami Dolphins -3.5 going into Jacksonville. This, for all three of us, was a very hard one, but for me, I look at it like this. Urban Meyer, after he was a little bit horny, he took a cold shower, had a moment of realization, got his ass kicked by Tennessee, and said, hold up here, guys. Put in the calculator, got the USC call, soon.
Yes.
We're going up against Dolphins. We're going to, give me the +3.5 Jacksonville, all right? What is it, post-nut clarity? Urban Meyer just had post-nut clarity, and he's going to show it against the Dolphins.
When did he whip his phone out and text that blonde?
Could have. How's that heart, though? Is the heart getting tighter, Urban?
Heart's getting
oh,
tighter.
oh.
Heart's getting tighter. But guess what? I still like that Jags +2.5.
There you go. That's what I like to see. Who you got?
+3.5?
Yes.
Okay. That's Johnny just said 2.5.
That's it.
If you look at, all right, the Jags are 1-4 against the spread. We all know the Jags suck. We all know their coach is horny. But if you look at this schedule, and if the Jags, unless you think the Jags are going 0-17, which is not out of the realm of possibilities. But if there's one game that I think they can win, they're at home. It's going to be against the shitfish of the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Give me those 3.5 at home. Jags are going to win outright.
Moving on to the next game, another team who potentially could go 0-17. I don't think so, but the possibility is still there.
I think so.
The Detroit Lions, they will be hosting Big Dick Joe and the Cincinnati Bengals. The line is at Bengals -4 right now. And if you've been paying attention to the Guru's PSAs, you know that with the Lions, if you bet with them, you lose. If you bet against them, you lose. So in my head, I had to do I had to do a little bit of reverse psychology on me, and I'm taking Bengals -4. Joe Burrow, he looks at the Lions, and you know what he says? That's lunch right there. I like Lions.
Big Dick Joe is coming in, and he's eating them alive. This spread could be higher, and I'd still take it.
Yeah.
Maybe at -10, I'd take it.
No, yeah.
Bengals -4. They're hot. Are they hot? Did they lose last week? They did lose last week. Don't care because they played great against Green Bay.
No,
Bay's not.
they didn't lose their kicker loss.
Their kicker did.
Kicker lost.
Yes. Bengals look good. Joe Burrow looks good again. Joe Burrow, PSA, you got to slide though. You got to slide.
Yeah, if you don't slide, then
Yeah.
your other knee's gonna be fucked.
Protect yourself, bud.
Bengals -4.
Protect yourself.
Guru, who you got?
Well, last week I went against the Lions and they fucked me. So I opened up a bottle of fucking booze and fucking downed it because that's what they do to you. This week, I'm going against them again. I'm taking Bengals. I'm going to lay that -4. You know what's going to happen? I'm going to get fucked.
No.
there's no-
You know why we won't get fucked?
Because either way, whether it's with or against,
you wanna know why
we're
we
going to
won't
get screwed.
You want to know why we won't get screwed?
Why?
Because we have Joe Burrow on our side. We have the golden child.
I
right
know,
now.
but see,
We
the
have
thing
the
is,
future goat.
I know, but see, what's going to happen is he'll win the game, but it'll come down to a field goal, and he'll win by 3, and we're going to get fucked.
And then we're going to have Dan
Because that's
Campbell
what happens when you bet
crying.
with or against the Lions.
Yeah, wait. What the fuck was that video of Dan Campbell
And-
crying though? Can we talk about that? That was the funniest shit I've ever seen. I mean, I love the energy he radiates. He loves the teams, loves his players. But like, dude, you guys just can't get it done. You guys get fucked over.
Yeah,
Stop crying, bro.
It's his fault. Like, I don't really think that he's good of a coach. I don't know.
With the situation he's in, we'll touch base on that. We'll touch base on that one day. Moving on, we have the Packers
I got to
minus.
take on that. But go ahead.
We have Packers -4.5. They're headed to Soldier Field right now to go up against our boy Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears. But I'm sorry, Justin, I'm not backing you this time. Packers -4.5. It's Aaron Rodgers. They're hot. They know what to do, and they hate Chicago.
Packers -4.5. They're kind of my team this year.
Honestly, you have been
I'm
riding hard
I'm
on
a
the
Pats
Packers.
fan, but hey,
You're a
Green Bay.
cheesehead.
Green Bay is like right behind it. They're cruising.
Would you consider yourself a cheesehead?
He is.
I'm a cheesehead right
He's
now.
got a head at home. He's got to.
My
He's
uncle
got to.
does, so I can maybe steal it.
You will have to steal that for next
Yeah.
episode. The cheesehead will be good soon.
I am dick riding the cheese right now.
It's just sad.
Guru.
Okay, just real quick, back to the Bengals Lions. I just want to give you a hot tip. If you want to go 0-17 on your picks, it don't matter. Whoever line's playing, it don't matter which way you go. They're going to fuck you anyway, so you'll be 0-17. Packers, -4.5. They're going to eat up the Bears.
Moving on from that, we have Texans going up against the Colts. This line, don't get me wrong, Texans suck, but the Colts -9.5. I love it. Carson Wentz, the ankles are feeling a little bit healthier there. You're going up against a shit show in Houston Texans, all right? And, yeah, they're getting a win there. Also, time out here. Shout out Jim Irsay for coming out on a tweet after that Monday Night loss and said, within the next decade, the Colts will have won 2 Super Bowls. So you are on freezing cold take watch for the next 10 years.
Cold take.
Jim
Breaking news.
Irsay.
Cool take. Colts -9.5. Fuck the Texans.
Yeah, it's the Texans.
All right. Here's my take on this game.
All
Do
right,
we all have the same pick so far?
we do.
This is a sucker bet either way.
Your bite. Where's the carrot?
Okay.
Where's the carrot?
This is a sucker bet either way, but you know what?
Dangle the
Oh
carrot.
yeah, I have to get the carrot. We're working on a new carrot system. Okay, that's going to be coming up next week. But you know what? I'll bite hard on that because you know what? I took the Texans in the points
Dangle it.
a couple weeks ago when I
Dangle
beat you guys. +9.5. The Colts will not cover this.
Oof.
Even if they win, they're not going to cover
That's ugly.
because you know what? They're going to get a 7-point lead and they're going to let off the gas.
It's against the Texans. Do you think David or Davis Mills is doing anything?
Carson Wentz.
Both teams, the Texans are 3-2 against the spread. So are the Colts.
I don't like stats.
I'm taking 9.5.
Well, yeah, of course
It's
they're
too many points.
Of course they're 3-2 against the spread because all season long they've been giving plus 40
too many
advantages
points.
for crying out
It's
loud.
too many points. I'm taking them. We'll see next week.
Moving
I'm
on.
getting a game on both you clowns.
Moving on, we have Jackson Mahomes going up against the Washington football team. And one thing that Jackson Mahomes can do better than Dan Snyder is dance. And that's why the Chiefs, -7. I love it. Give me it. It's a bounce-back win for the Chiefs. For Tyler Heineke, could be one of those meme wins for him. I don't see. I could see it happening. So give me Chiefs -7.
This game, I was fighting. This is another game I was struggling with because I think Washington can beat them. Chiefs are sucking right now. They're sucking hard. And Washington, they're not doing well. But you can't go into it. It's hard to go into another team's territory. Chiefs -7 though.
Yeah.
Here's another one. Both these teams are 1-4 against the spread. But you know what? The Chiefs are not going to lose. I expected them to lose to Buffalo.
Oh yeah.
Buffalo's the
everyone did,
best team in the AFC right
We
now.
all
took
took
Buffalo.
Yeah, we all
But
took
against Washington, come on, Patty. If you can't win by more than 7, then we're going to have a conversation next week. If you guys don't beat this game, and if you don't cover this fucking game, we're going to have a conversation if that don't happen.
Moving on, we have Chargers heading into Maryland. Yeah, Maryland
Yeah.
playing Baltimore.
I said heading into Baltimore.
I know. I was so confused there for a minute. Ravens -3. I am offended. Listen here. I'm not a Chargers fan. I'm a Justin Herbert fan. All right, and I'm offended
Here it
that
comes.
Ravens are favorited when Justin Herbert has been laying absolute dong all year. Thank you.
They're at home.
And no, they're away in Baltimore.
No, but the Ravens are at home. That's why they're giving the points.
Who gives a fuck? It's Justin Herbert. And guess what? That Chargers +3. That's my mortal lock of the week, ladies and gentlemen. Fuck out of here. Chargers +3. It's happening. Believe it.
I'm a Corbin. Fuck the Ravens. Fuck your defense for making me lose. I could be up in fantasy right now just looking at the leaderboard, but I'm down. I'm down because of you guys.
John's
Fuck
suffering.
the Ravens.
John's suffering.
Chargers +3. Justin Herbert's gonna lay some
Dong.
The Dong Show. Chargers.
+3.
Fuck yeah, I'll take that field goal.
Let's go.
Fuck yeah. All right, moving on. We have the Los Angeles Rams coming off a huge win against the Seattle
Against
Seahawks.
the IR team.
Yeah, against the IR team. They will be going up against, the IR team, the New York Giants. Fuck, they all suck in New York. Rams -10.5. It's big, but I like it. I like it a lot. Fuck the Giants. Rams, go at it.
Rams -7.5. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, it's against
simple.
the Giants. Guru.
I'm going the other way. I'm going to take that 10.5.
Oh, you are biting all the damn carrots.
Danny
This man is
Dimes,
fucking Bugs Bunny.
Danny Dimes, give me one, man.
You are fucking Bugs Bunny right now.
Give me one.
We
They're
have
at
the same-
home.
We've had the same picks this whole time.
I know. Me and John
What is
are
this?
looking to stay consistent.
I don't need. I need to come back.
They're at home plus 10.5.
I'll
I'm
take
taking
over.
it. I
I'll
think
take
this
over.
line-
I'll take second place.
I think this line is too big because your Rams, they haven't really impressed me this year yet.
How about your Lions? Kick a fucking field goal.
Ain't my Lions. They just fuck me.
Vikings go into Carolina to go against the Panthers.
The Lions are like a slutty girlfriend. They'll fuck you all the time. All right, there's one.
Hang in there, baby. Please stand by. What the fuck was that? Vikings minus.
We're not drinking.
Yeah, Vikings. Only he is after Lions games, though. That's it. Vikings -1 going into Carolina. I like that a lot. This is a game where Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson are just going to be just making out with the ball the whole time to each other. Boom, here you go. Here's another kiss. Here's another. Give me Vikings -1.
It's the first thing I disagree with you.
That's good.
Panthers +1. Sam Darnold, you're looking good this season. Then last week you were my mortal lock, and I think I just kind of screwed you over because I haven't won a mortal lock yet. Sorry about that. My bad. Panthers +1.
Guru.
I'm taking the Panthers +1 because CMC might be back for this game. There is a chance that he plays in this game. It's going to be a game time decision.
No.
If CMC's back, Minnesota, you're fucking dust
Yeah.
because you know what? You only beat the fucking shit Lions by 2 points last week. Give me Panthers in the points. Fuck you, Kirk
I
Cousins.
like the energy. Let's go. Panthers +1. Fuck the Vikings.
But I like Justin Jefferson on my fantasy team.
Yes.
Keep it up.
Yes. Possibly one of the best keepers that we've ever had in our history of playing fantasy. After that, we have the only undefeated team, undefeated at 5-0, the Arizona Cardinals, going up against Baker Mayfield and the Progressive Browns. The line is at -2.5 for Browns. In my opinion, if you want to make some easy money here, Cardinals plus 2.5, ladies and gentlemen. I like the Cardinals. They're hot. That Kyler's shoulder, though, concerns me a bit. But I see this as a game where Baker Mayfield just makes a bunch of confused faces. Like, how are we losing by 15 now?
Thinks he's in a Hulu commercial. He doesn't know where he's at.
Yeah. He's like, do we have live sports?
Am I in the Heisman Nissan commercial? Am I in the Hulu commercial? I don't know. Am I playing right now? Am I commercial? Is this reality? What's happening?
You know where he's at, though,
Yes.
in that moment? He's losing to the Cardinals plus 2.5.
And I agree. Cardinals plus 2.5.
You know Baker, you got to take care of your house and those commercials. This week, you're going to be cleaning up fucking bird shit because the Cardinals are going to shit all over that fucking house of yours. Plus 2.5. Give me the Cards. They're fucking hot.
Let's go.
So after that, we have the Cowboys versus the Patriots, which in the year 1787 would have been a phenomenal battle to watch from afar. But this one, it'll be an ugly matchup. I got Cowboys -4.5 against John's Patriots. My apologies.
Sorry about the Patriots. They kind of suck right now. I like them. They suck. They can't score. Cowboys -4.5. And I put a lock on that. That's my mortal lock. I'm praying to the gambling gods. Please, let me win a mortal lock.
I got this one locked down, too, and I haven't been doing too good with the locks.
I have.
Oh, that's not good.
Not at all.
Ooh, nope. Double negative. Turn into a positive.
Cowboys -4.5. They're 5-0 against the spread, and they're about to be 6-0 against the spread.
After that, 3 games left, we have the John Grudenless Raiders going into the Mile High City. Broncos -4. I like Raiders +4. It's a bounce-back win for them. They're going to be like, hey, Chucky, go fuck yourself.
You're a fucking sucker.
I'm taking Broncos -4.
Broncos
At home.
all the way.
Yeah, Broncos at home. Raiders, no coach, no hope, no nothing.
I'm not worried.
But then again, the Raiders, but this is one of those games where they're going to be good or they're going to be shit.
yeah, exactly.
We don't know because Chucky's
I think they're
gone.
going to be good.
But
Penalties and turnovers.
I don't think they're
That's
gonna
all
be
I'm
good.
see.
After that, we probably have the worst Sunday night game that I've seen so far this year. Seahawks, led by Geno Smith, who was throwing dimes, going up against Ben Roethlisberger.
How's that show, Ben, can you even walk?
But I like Ben this week. I'm taking Steelers -5.
I'm with Corbin on this. Steelers -5.
Big Ben.
And to round that out, Monday night game, Bills going into Tennessee, both coming off big wins. Obviously, one was against the Chiefs, the other was against the Jags. I like the team that beat the Chiefs. Bills -5.5.
Bills are gonna lay some
Dong!
It's a dong show in
Bills
Tennessee.
-5.5.
Both these teams are 4-1 against the spread. Can you believe that? But you know what? The Bills are just too fucking hot. Lock it up. It's 5.5.
What are your final thoughts before we head out? John?
John, fuck the Ravens again. I'm still pissed. But guess what? What the guru said. This is a dong show.
It is the
Bills
dong
are
show.
gonna lay some
Dong!
dong.
There is some dong
Guru,
in late.
final thoughts.
Final thoughts. I'm going to give you a 3-leg parlay. Packers, Bills, Cowboys.
Take that shit. My
Write it
final
down.
thoughts.
I'm putting it
Dan
on.
Snyder,
Type it
you
in.
scumbag. Guess what? When you're wondering who's that little dude with the fake mustache, looking at my emails, it's me, you fucking
It's
idiot.
him.
It's me, and
It's
I'm taking
him.
you down.
That whole organization is going down. Stay tuned for that one.
And we will be back next week, ladies and gentlemen. This was the 5th quarter. Peace.
Take it easy, everybody.